Well, film and critic and podcaster Van Connor can join us now. Good afternoon, Van. Thank you for talking to us on GB News. Explain how this is going to affect cinema goers. I mean, are people going to have to wait a lot longer to go to the movies, as we love to do, and see their favourite blockbuster film? I mean, lots have halted production, haven't they, including the production of Wicked right here in the UK in Buckinghamshire.
Indeed, just down the road, actually, the two-part Wicked is in production at the moment, and it's one of a bevy of film and television productions that are going to have to shut down now because of this strike. And this includes, obviously, high-profile things at the moment, like we have the new Deadpool movie that you'll have seen photos of on Twitter and online this past week. The second season of House of the Dragon is going to have to halt production. I think that the new Beetlejuice movie that Tim Burton's has got in production, that's going to have to close down. And for me, personally, I'm going to miss out on the new Twister sequel they've got in development. I was really looking forward to that. And Final Destination 6, we're going to have a lull now of rather like we had during the pandemic, where we're going to have a lull and then a backlog where we have an influx yet again of things that have been hurried back into production. I think the only production that's carrying on unencumbered from what I've read so far has been Ridley Scott's Gladiator sequel, which is apparently staying underway. But other than that, it's far and wide going to affect the industry as a whole.
Yeah, we should apologise inadvertently, perhaps the emotion from Hollywood coming out with some language, inappropriate language that we've just had on screen. But let's just reflect on what is really driving the emotions. Is it the fact that the streaming services are meaning that they're not getting the pay, particularly what they call residuals or royalties? Or is it the fear of AI, artificial intelligence, coming into productions?
It's a double header. It's both at the same time. The streaming economy, which was once held up as being, the future, the great shining light and the beacon that was going to redefine the industry and democratize it all, has been shrouded in very much a culture of withholding what we would refer to as viewer figures, for instance, and things like that. Netflix in particular kind of led the way with this, and have only now started to come out with figures, and it affects residuals. You've then also got the idea that they can now pull content, that they can take these shows away on a dime. And when you combine that with the rise of AI and talk, as we've had this week with the Alliance for Motion Picture and Television Producers, talking about taking day players and extras, for instance, and scanning their rights, the background performers' images, into use for perpetuity, forever and ever, it's leading to a really bleak future. You've got writers who exist on residuals, on their work getting seen over and over again, who don't have the transparency they would like, and also now face the idea that this content can just be pulled from public visibility at any time. We've got a writer this week, famously, who had written the Daredevil episode of She-Hulk, has seen a residual for $381, and that's a Marvel production. And if it's that bad for someone on a Marvel show, you can only imagine what it must be like on something less popular, something less mainstream.
Not so marvellous, indeed. Van, thank you very much indeed. We'll have to bring the curtain down for the moment, but thanks for joining us.
I see what you did there.